Howdy, y'all. Yep, my name's Kerry Boyko. I came here from Austin, Texas, and I'm one of them reverse cowgirls y'all been hearing about. Yeah, it should be obvious why I live in California now. Being openly trans in Texas is tough. I mean, it's basically just an easy way to get shot, and I don't want to get any holes drilled in me except the one. Mom don't get it. I'll tell you that much right now. Basically, Mom was like, you can't be trans. You always liked women growing up. And I was like, yeah, I'm a lesbian. Now, I understand that I'm not, there are many lesbians here today. I understand that I may not be what most lesbians would consider a catch. But I am on HRT, I'm single, and I'm available for pre-order. But basically, yeah, I'm gay, but I'm gay because I was straight and then I transed and then, well, it's basically like I came in through the back door, which is actually, when I think about it, how a lot of people find out. Yeah, but my mom don't get it. Basically, she thought, like, trans was postgraduate gay. Like, you gotta get your confirmed bachelor's first. Anyway, yeah, so, came out actually 2 years ago to this day. Hell yeah. And I'll tell you this much, my mental health has been, I used to have the worst dysphoria-based depression, and it got real bad in the winter. I mean, like, every December, I would barely have the energy and motivation to even put up the Christmas noose. I'm kidding about that, yeah, you don't have to worry. I wouldn't even know how to tie a noose. I'd have to use a clip-on noose. You know, like the kind they make for little kids can't tie their own. Turns out I did try Googling it, but when you type in how to tie a noose into Google, it just spits back the number for the suicide helpline. And they don't know either. But what happened after that was I started getting targeted ads for rat poison. Microsoft Clippy popped up and said, hey, it looks like you're going to write a suicide note. Would you like to use one of our many templates? Good old gallery scene. Actually, it turns out that the best antidepressants are sold over the counter at Lane Bryant. If you ain't familiar with Lane Bryant, some of you ain't, basically it's like the Gap, but for girls that ain't got none. And, geez, it took me until the age of 43 to figure it out, and I should have known way sooner. I remember when I was a teenager, I had such a crush on this girl. I mean, I thought to myself, damn, she's so pretty. I cut off both my balls just to see her smile. And then I thought, wait a minute. Why is that my plan A? Most men start with flowers. And I know most of y'all would rather receive orchids than an orchiectomy. Anyway, I probably shouldn't be telling you this because 90% of stand-up comedy is oversharing anyway, but what the hell. I do plan to keep my testicles just, you know, as a trophy. Yeah, I'm planning on dipping them in glitter and then encasing them in resin. I know what you're thinking, pretty nuts. Honestly, I shouldn't be talking about it because if you didn't know, it's kind of rude to ask. Basically, trans people's genitals kind of exist in a quantum state, and that waveform does not collapse until you observe or interact with those genitals. It's the theory of genital relativity. It's like Schrodinger's box. You don't know if there's a pussy in there unless you look. But yeah, asking a trans person about her genitals is kind of like asking the Queen of England about her genitals. You don't really gotta know whether the Queen's got like a tickle gizzard or a pleasure pivot or whatever, unless, you know, she's the one, she puts you in charge of the Jubilee Vajazzling. Anyway, I've been Kerry Boyko. I hope you had as much of a good time coming out tonight as I have.